All right, so we got Dayla and Zach. What's up? How are you guys?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
Doing awesome.
Amazing. I wanted to, obviously, a lot of people might have already seen your success. They might have already seen your testimonial, but this is more of an interview. Okay. This is very important to kind of go through the entire journey since when we first met to where we are now. So I want to go ahead and ask you guys a couple of questions really quick, and I want you guys to answer it as best as you guys possibly can. All right. So number one is I want you guys to name yourself. So who you guys are, where do you guys live? Are you guys in a relationship? Are you guys best friends? Or, like just tell us more about you guys.
I'm Dayla, I'm 21, and I live in Miami. I've lived here my whole life. My family is from Cuba, and we are dating. We've been together for 3 years now.
And you guys met on social media, right? On TikTok.
On TikTok because I'm from Texas and she went on my live and then she came to Texas for the first time and then I came to Miami and then that's when I decided that I wanted to move out here. It was just too much like I with her.
Dude, that's
The
crazy. So
long,
you guys
long
met each other on a live. Then from the live, she was on the live and you were like, hey, let's talk. You guys got to connect. And then boom, next thing you know, you guys are living together, freaking crushing it. You guys are in the same path. A lot of couples, what they do is one couple wants this and the other couple wants this. And that's why most relationships do not work. You guys are in the same path. You guys are running towards the same mission, which is the most important thing, right? Now, I want to ask you guys, let's go back to when we first met. This must have been like what, maybe 2, 3 months ago. I want to know your guys's, first of all, how did you guys find me in the first place?
Uh, I was I was searching up a lot of Airbnb stuff, so I guess my algorithm picked up and your ad popped up on my Instagram. And I signed up for the ebook.
Okay.
And then I think Leo was the one that called me. And I was trying to I didn't get to read the ebook, but I was trying to read it. So when Leo called me, I remembered the name of B&B Know How, and that's how I found out about you guys.
And what was your guys' like opinion, like your first reaction? Because obviously you see a lot of these videos, you jump on a call, but then you've been proposed with like, hey, here's a one-on-one mentorship package. It's a couple thousands of dollars. I'm sure you guys were scared. Have you guys ever invested in anything in the past before?
I
only I
haven't.
did. I invested in like that drop shipping course, but
You had
it
a
was
bad
a scam.
experience, right? I remember that.
Very,
Remember the big thing that was stopping you guys, if I remember correctly. Dayla was like, yeah, let's do it. But you were a little hesitant because you've been burned in the past. You bought a program, it turned out to be shit. The support wasn't there. It wasn't real, like actual support. So, dude, a lot of people go through that same thing, you know? Now, what made you guys want to say yes? What made you guys want to be like, you know what? Yes, let's take action. Let's join this mentorship. Let's do this.
I think it was when you joined the call and like we like heard what you had to say. Because
Okay.
like majority of like the big people that are in charge of the whole program, they never jump on the calls, you never talk to them or anything. So you came on the call and that just made us feel more comfortable. Like
It
you were
showed it
real.
showed you it showed you that it was a real thing, like a real partnership. A lot of people they sell you this thing, and then it's like, okay, bye. Talk to my VA, talk to my team. It's not like hands on. It's not like one to one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
for me, it was also like how that first call is, like with Leo. It wasn't like I feel like the other calls, like when other people try to get you to join a mentorship, they just like go on the call and try to get you to buy it like right away. They don't explain anything or give you more information. And Leo started the call by doing that, trying to see what I already knew, and then explaining to me like what I didn't understand, and then talking to me about the mentorship. And the one-on-one mentorship, I did really want to do it because sometimes when you're just like searching up things over and over and over, like it's so much information that you're just like, I don't even know where to go from here, and then you just stop looking it up.
Of course, you get
So,
stuck with so much information. A lot of people they have the knowledge, they have like the drive, like I want to do something more, but there's so much information online that some people are telling you buy this or buy that or do that or there's just conflicting data, right? So you wanted someone that could just tell you, hey, do this, follow this process, and actually hold your hand throughout the entire way, right?
yeah.
I love it. Okay, good. Now we know where you guys were from, right? You guys were doing that. You guys started off, you guys wanted to do more things, wanted to own your own business. Now, fast forward a couple months later, you guys have your own business. How many Airbnbs do you guys have as of today?
Three.
Amazing. And you're probably going to get another five more within by the time this video is up. So that's going to be freaking awesome. So you guys are freaking crushing it. We're going to look at your metrics and probably how much. Can you pull it up? And if you go into the app, can you show the camera on the phone? I think I showed you how to do it, Zach. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually checked it today.
What
I'm
was
not,
it for October? How much you guys making revenue for October?
almost 6.3K.
It's amazing. That's freaking awesome. And where are you guys like what can you guys like show the actual Airbnb stats?
Yeah, so it was
Awesome. 1.8, 1.9, 2.5. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. So how does that feel knowing that, okay, yes, I have my own business. You have three Airbnbs. You have a business that will could go on for however long you guys want. It could go on for a year. It could go on for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. It just continually repeats and it continually builds cash flow. How does that make you guys feel?
it feels good because I feel like we're closer to getting like to our goal of financial freedom and having more time to do the things that we want to do.
Yep.
And like we're closer to what we've always talked about and wanted
Yep.
in our
And you guys, I have noticed this from you guys too. You guys are more driven and more doing it together, right? I know last like a couple times when we first spoke, you guys were doing your thing, but now it's everything you guys are doing. It's pushing the you guys closer and it's getting you guys to learn. Zach is becoming a sales beast, right? He's learning sales, the whole skill set. You're mastering Airbnb and you guys are doing it together. These are skills that directly complement one another, you know? So you guys are growing at a pace that not a lot of people. How old are you guys?
21 and you're 22.
22.
21 and 22, bro. Most 21 and 22-year-olds don't have a business. They don't have, leases. They don't have responsibilities. They don't have, all these things. They don't even take the risks. Most people are afraid to even take the risk. So what made you guys pull the trigger? Because you guys have probably invested, a lot of money with me. So what made you guys be like, you know what, it's time, even though you're young, because a lot of people will use age as a thing to stop them. Oh, I'm too young. I have more time. I'll do it when I'm 30. I'll do it when I'm 40. What made you pull the trigger now at this age?
Well, for me personally, I think starting younger is better
Mm-hmm.
because as you get older, like more things just happen.
Yep.
And um I really like want I wanted to make a change because we're always talking about, oh, we don't want to work 9 to 5, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. But if we don't do anything about it, then we are just gonna be working a 9 to 5 like, our parents and the rest of our family.
And that's very
And
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
that we wanted to do it because of the mentorship, like we because we had just finished right before that call, actually, we had finished reading Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay.
And he's all about talking about like you need to invest in yourself. You can't let fear get in the way. So that was also like running through my mind because I was like, I'm scared, but I want to do it because I want to change where we are right now.
Yep. That's funny because that was the first book I ever read when I was 15. It's the first book I ever read when it comes to personal growth. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that, right? How you don't want to repeat what your family went through because a lot of people seeing this already assume, right? There's gonna be a lot of people that see this. Oh, Dayla and Zach, they must have came from rich parents that gave them handouts and gave them the money to invest. But everything you guys have done, you guys have earned it. You guys have worked for it. You guys have saved the money. You guys have been disciplined. So talk a little bit more about that misconception that a lot of people might have. I get it all the time. They say, oh, Tabara, your parents must be rich. You might have this. You're 23, blah, blah, blah. So talk about that.
Um, for me, like, well, my mom, she makes like, I don't know, probably like 25K a year. And
Mm-hmm.
she's also very bad with her money.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm good at saving and like managing. I'm good at managing my finances because she was so bad at it that we would get like the electricity cut off and the water cut off. And then I was like, I cannot have that. So I think that's why I like managing my finances. And then my dad is better with his money and he probably makes a little bit more, but he also doesn't make a lot. And he's very like you need to go to school or you're never gonna like be successful. Go to college or you're gonna be like selling things on the street. He's
Yep.
very like education.
Same as my parents. That's funny. What about you, Zach?
I'm the opposite. Like my mom, she didn't really make a lot. And when my dad was there, he made enough to like pay the bills. But my mom, she would like buy us things and like give us a good life. But then our lights and then our water would get turned off because of that. But we appreciate that she did that because she was just trying to give us a good life. And so yeah, let me see. Um,
Dude, it's tough, right? A lot of people, dude, a lot of people watch this and they assume, oh, everything was gifted. But I've known you guys for a little bit. You guys work for it. Everything you guys do, you guys, and more importantly, you guys implement. I have a lot of students that have, maybe had more capital than you guys had at the time, maybe had, you know, more, things to deploy like credit cards and all this other stuff. But the one thing they didn't have that you guys have is the hungriness, right? You guys are very hungry for your age. You're very hungry. You want to take action. Most people, they say they want to, do this, they want to be successful, but really they don't, right? They don't want to put in the work. You guys are a perfect example of young people crushing it. You did something, you didn't let past experiences stop you from moving forward to this. I know you've been burned in the past, Zach, right? You were like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give it a shot. And boom, fast forward, 3 properties. You guys are freaking crushing it. By the time people see this, you probably are gonna have like 5 or 8. So it's gonna be amazing. And what else? What would you guys tell someone who's 20 years old? Maybe let's say it's a couple, just like you guys. They were exactly where you guys were at 3 months ago. And they were like on the fence. I don't know, this, that. What would you guys tell them?
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. I think one of the
More of like believe in yourself that you can do it.
yeah.
Because a lot of people they just don't believe that that's even possible that you can even do that.
Yep.
But they're telling themselves that, so obviously it's not going to happen if you're telling yourself that.
Yep. That's true. I love it, guys. Let's freaking crush it. I love it. Let's go.
Oh, I do want to say that the mindset training I think has given us the best results because we used to, for example, Zach used to just be on video games all the time,
Okay.
and I used to be like just watching shows all the time.
Okay.
And we haven't watched. I think the only show that we sometimes watch is Suits
Hmm.
because you like recommended it. But other than that, we haven't seen any movies or watched any shows since we started the program, and he hasn't played any video games.
That's
And
good.
Well,
You've leveled up, bro.
if if it doesn't involve me making money or I'm learning a skill that is very useful, it's not worth it.
Dude, that's
I'm
what
not.
it's all about, bro. I
Yeah,
love that. Dude, that's the one thing that a lot of people neglect on because a lot of programs they teach you how to start a business, but they just throw it on you without teaching you the basic principles that unfortunately you don't learn in college, you don't learn in school, right? And they kind of just throw this whole complex system and they expect you to understand it. But in the meantime, we have to learn how to crawl, then how to walk, and then how to run, right? So I'm glad you guys said that. You guys are freaking crushing it, and we're gonna see plenty of you guys in the upcoming videos, and it's gonna be amazing. Let's roll. Boom. I love it. Okay, let me hit